Guy's a world-class arm wrestler, a world-class powerlifter, a world-class strongman competitor, a world-class bodybuilder, and I'm gonna stop doing all those things. Why? To get punched in the frigging face. I was ready to go for a bike ride, and I just watched the dumbest thing I perhaps have ever seen in my entire life. Now, I love Larry Wheels, everyone Larry Wheels, but he's getting freaking dumber than last time. Mike Israetel was talking about steroids. It says you can get you dumber. I'm starting to believe it. I really, really do. Did he not just say he relapsed from taking steroids, that he went back on them again, and that he's gonna stop taking those things because he cares about his health, his family, and so on, that he was risking his life, that he didn't want to do that anymore? Well, did you see what he just took part in? Did you see it? Let's see what he actually took part in. I thought this was a joke, it was staged, it wasn't actually gonna happen. I mean, I'd seen him beat a pretend slap against a woman, but this is a guy perhaps weighs 300 or more pounds. A champion slapper. And he lets him volunteering to slap him in the face as hard as he can. It's not staged, it's not CGI. Wait till you see what happens next. And the wind-up. Few wind-ups. Let's go. 1, 2. Look at the size of this guy's hand. It's bigger than Larry's face. Slap. Boom. Knocked the f*** out. There goes Huck to him on the floor. And no one's getting up after that. And notice where he hits him. He hits him in the neck. You're gonna cut off blood flow. There's no way you're standing up when that happens. It's one thing to get slapped in the jaw, another to get slapped in the face. In that area, you aren't standing up for that. Again, I'm watching it. Look at the length of the arms, the wind-up. This is a very large man, much bigger than Larry Wheels. Are you kidding me? From a different angle. There's no way he's standing up. Now, mind you, they got mats and 2 guys ready to catch him, but he doesn't have a helmet. Last I checked in the NFL, you gotta wear helmets. Hockey, helmets. Cycling, helmets. I see no helmet. And so what you're literally doing is subjecting yourself to getting brain damage, to breaking your jaw, to changing the way you eat, and for what? Views? Likes? Social media attention? Larry doesn't need the money. Last I checked, Larry is rich. If he isn't rich, then he did something wrong. From the views alone, he should have made millions of dollars. You get ad revenue when you post videos. Now I understand, we get addicted to the limelight. We want more followers than last time, but Larry has over 5 million followers. There's no way he needs to subject himself to this to make money. And I was thinking to myself, I'd rather get in a fight with Mike Tyson over doing this. And then I second thought, I said, he'd probably break my ribs, probably punch me, I'd be broken everywhere. Mike Tyson probably worse, but there's no way I'm standing there and letting a man slap me in the face as hard as he can, guy who weighs over 300 pounds. Let's go into the comments. Am I the only one that thinks this is moronic? Or people just say, I love it. Let's get him into slap boxing. Let's see Larry join Dana White's slap boxing league. Because if you're saying that, you're selfish. You just want to see another man suffer, perhaps ruin his life, get brain damage over some entertainment. And so if you care about Larry, you're not going to want him to do this. Oh, but Coach Greg, you don't care about anyone. If you actually care about Larry, you'd write him in a DM and say, hey, Larry, I don't think you should do this. When I make videos like this, it's going to be seen by perhaps hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of people. Millions of people are going to understand that when you get slapped in the face as hard as you can, it's not good. You could break your jawbone, your mandible. You could have a hard time eating for the rest of your life. If they miss and punch you up here, the orbital bone, you can break something. Perhaps you get eye damage. There's so many things that can go wrong. He's the same body weight as me. Let's set it up. 190 kg versus 190 kg. Big boy bake. And remember, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Bigger guys can do more damage to each other than smaller guys. And so, for example, if 2 6-year-olds get in a slap box championship fight, probably not going to do permanent damage. But when you're weighing 300 plus pounds and you hit another man as hard as you can, a lot of things can go wrong. Far more dangerous the bigger you are, and so please be careful. And so I wrote a comment. Why on earth would you let someone do this to you? To me, that's logical. Why would you let someone do this to you? And so the response is exactly more brain damage than last time. Bye-bye cervical spine. So many things can go wrong. Could have demolished his orbital socket, zygo, dislocated his jaw, missed and hit him in the throat and collapsed his larynx. This is just the dumbest shit ever. Exactly. For content, obviously. Absolutely, of course it's for content, but it's not worth it. Reminds me of Jackass. Jackass the movie. These guys doing crazy, horrible stunts, all in the name of getting famous on social media. It's not worth it. And so we wonder why the youth of today resort to using testosterone trend and so on. Why they post before and after transformations. Hey, this is me on trend after 3 months. Knowing it's dangerous, knowing it's unhealthy, but so what? I'd rather be infamous than not known by anyone. In case you don't know, infamous is famous for doing something wrong. And so the drive to be known, even though it's not healthy, even though it's not safe, people are willing to do anything. Negative IQ for taking fame harder than last time. Greg Doucette is definitely making a vid on you now. He called it. I was literally out the door. I'm ready to go for a bike ride. I'm like, nah, I got to do this video. Larry Wheels said tag Dana White and he might give an invite. Larry Wheels wants Dana White to invite him to the slap in the face championships. I don't know what it's called. He wants in on this. Why? Well, I know the answer. It's for fame. It's for money. It's for whatever you get, whatever dopamine you get from people watching you do crazy shit. But here's my advice to Larry. You are safer to use steroids. You're better off trying to deadlift 1,000 pounds on test and trend than doing this sport. This sport guarantees problems. Guarantees. If you keep getting punched and slapped in the face, I don't care which one is, you're gonna have some serious consequences. This is not healthy. I mean, imagine it would be like entering a sport, let's call it cycling, and crashing the bike on purpose with no helmet and saying, hey, whoever gets the most crazy crash wins the most money. So you get on a bike, go downhill, jump off the bike and see what happens. Eventually, bad things are gonna happen. Nah, bro, please, that sport don't deserve you. Bro, don't do this. And we got the nice job, Dana White clapping. Larry, don't do this. You don't need the brain damage associated with head injuries. Stick with arm wrestling, mate. Guy's a world-class arm wrestler, a world-class powerlifter, a world-class strongman competitor, a world-class bodybuilder, and I'm gonna stop doing all those things. Why? To get punched in the frigging face. He's clearly already lost the brain cells. Clearly, we can see testosterone, trend abuse, and so on. It's not doing good things for his brain cells. It's not helping him. It's not doing him any favors now, is it? Don't. Please don't participate in this nonsense. Bro, what the F is this sport? As if you joined that, no respect for you. Probably shouldn't do this shit, fam. He needs to oil up first. Muy fuerte hombre, that means very strong man. Also, no es inteligente. Es un partido muy difícil. Broma writes, man, you got way more guts than me. I would have rephrased it, you're way stupider than I am. D3 with memories. If you want brain damage, then sure, gotta be the worst sport of all time. I mean, it's the most guaranteed that you're gonna get injured. I can't think of a single sport that is more bound to get you injured. You're literally standing there with no protection. You can't defend yourself. You have no chance but to get hurt. At least in boxing, you can say, hey, I trained, I practiced, I can defend myself, I can block the punches, and I can beat the shit out of you. But in this sport, you're literally standing there letting them inflict damage to you. Imagine if it was the UFC and they said, hey, this is what we do. You kick each other as hard as you can and your arms are tied behind your back. And then whoever taps out first loses. Hey, kick me in the ribs. Bow. Kick me again. Bow. Blammo. Boom. Hakatui. Achoo. Hachui. Haktui. Hatua. Not good. Larry woke up and chose brain damage. Bro. How much did they pay you to do that? Because ain't no way. That was your brain getting scrambled. No thanks. And so we even have former models telling you how stupid this is. Let me know in the comments section, is this not the stupidest thing you've ever seen? I mean, respect to Larry for being dumb enough to put himself through this, but it's not something I want people to copy. I don't want other people, young people out there thinking, you know what? If Larry can do it, I can do it. I'm going to stand there and let people punch me in the face or slap me in the face and it's going to get me more views. I mean, what next? Are we just going to jump off buildings and do belly flops on the floor and see how injured we get? All for views, for likes, attention? Do we really need to be infamous? Social media is starting to ruin and corrupt society. We have no idea what actually matters to us anymore. And so, yeah, it takes courage. It takes balls. It takes a lot of things. It also takes a lack of brain cells to do this. You know what also takes a lot of courage? Saying no. Backing down when somebody challenges you to do something that is actually stupid. If somebody wants to fight you, sometimes it takes more courage to say, no, I'm not fighting you. There's no reason for this, than it is to actually get in a fight. If somebody says, hey, you have no muscle, you're fat, you don't look good, it takes more courage for you to just walk away and not let it bother you than to you to say, oh, I'm going to use that as motivation, as fuel. I'm going to start taking steroids and show a before and after photo. And I'll prove them. I'll show them next year I'll have 30 pounds more muscle and I'll prove them wrong. All that did is prove them right. Prove that you allowed somebody to influence you, to make you change your opinion of yourselves, all for what? To make that person like you, who you don't even give two shits about? Some comment from some moron on the internet that lives across the world that says you're fat, you're a manlet, you're short, you're pathetic, you're puny, you're dumb? Really? You're gonna let somebody that calls you a snake oil salesman, somebody that doesn't know what you actually are, somebody gonna criticize you and you're gonna let that actually bother you? Don't allow it to bother you. You don't need to impress anybody. Impress yourself. Be the best version of yourself and stay true to your values. Now, do you know what would have made Larry a smarter person? Picking up a bottle of GO2 Max and Turk Builder, especially now that he's going natural. You want to have every advantage you can get. GO2 Max is NMN, going to give you more cardio. Turkesterone going to give you more energy, more strength. You're going to have more muscle. It's going to help way more than creatine. Way more than creatine. Interested in any of these supplements, code Greg 15% off. Click the link in the description. If you want to get the harder than the last time tank tops, you can get those, of course, on my website. Also get jogging pants, t-shirts, shorts, and so on the website. If you have no money, got the free diet and training program. It's close to 50 pages. Also, be sure to join the 300,000 plus newsletter subscribers. Subscribe and click the bell button. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of them bloops over there, the top or the bottom one. And if you're interested in Transcend, click the link in the description. You know I partnered up with Transcend. Be sure to check out what they have to offer. And until next time, I'm out to go ride my bike or montar el bici or conduire mon bicyclette Frencher than last time.